This video is brought to you by JingleMine.com. Founded in Hong Kong but located throughout the world, they are one of the leading ASIC mining distributors out there. They have a strong relationship with Jasminer, which means that they can provide you the best price and the latest info or updates for your Jasminer. Additionally, they work hard to respond to customer inquiries or questions, providing 24/7 support and have one of the fastest deliveries in the ASIC industry. Some of their products include the Jasminer X4-QZ, which can hit 840 mega hash at 340 watts while being whisper quiet, and I can vouch for that. And the new X16-Q is on pre-sale now and can hit 1.8 gigahash at only 630 watts on ETC hash. Lastly, they accept a number of cryptocurrencies as payment, so if you're interested, check out the link in the description and help support our channel by supporting its partners. Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Caffeine Crypto, where I welcome you to join me with your favorite caffeinated beverage of choice, whether it's coffee, energy drink, or otherwise. If you don't like caffeine, get some water as we go over some cryptocurrency news. Bitcoin's still sitting at 30K, and there's a lot of different, I wouldn't say exciting bits of news that we're going to go over, but we're definitely going to go over a little bit. I hope you're having a great week or weekend, or you have been. And I hope you have a great weekend leading into the 4th of July here in the United States on Tuesday. I know most of us are off Tuesday, so we may do something then, so stay tuned. Make sure you follow me on Twitter and all social media platforms at SerpentX Tech. Bitcoin, as I said, it's sitting around 30.5K, Ethereum at 1.9 in that range. BNB seem to be rebounding a little bit, up 5%, a little bit higher than Bitcoin and Ethereum. And really, there's only a handful of dark greens, like Bitcoin, SV, Flow. There's only a handful that are really like super dark green. Everything else, it's just moderately up. You know, Matic is up, I think 4.6%. Nope, 6.89%. So it's doing okay. It's doing okay. The market's doing all right. We're still above that original trend line I was monitoring or keeping an eye on, as you can see to my left. And I think, you know, a pullback to touch back at the 29.6, 29.5K range would be nice. Retracement, you know, confirming, you know, we are headed in a positive direction, making efforts to make a new bull run. But I do believe there's some unfortunate news that will possibly come in the future. Not that I have a crystal ball or anything. However, Caspa is making very good strides, and I'm very impressed by them. But before we get into that, let me say a quick hello to everybody in the live stream. It's a Pirate, Crypto Mikhail, thank you for coming over and bringing some of the people with you. Golden Wolf, Gordon Murray, Sadi, I always say it wrong. Sadi sometimes, Wheeling Crypto and Coffee, I like that. Crypto Craig and Neo Morpheus. Hope you guys are all doing good. So, Caspa. You know, if you follow me on social medias, I have nothing but positive things to usually say about Caspa, but I am a realist. I am always going to have an objective mind, even though some of the individuals in the space probably wants to, you know, be all for a particular currency. And this Caspa is doing everything to make people believe in them. They're doing everything right, which is what I was hoping for. You know, continuing to push forward despite the FUD and the fear regarding, you know, these new ASICs coming online, GPU miners no longer being able to mine Caspa. We already got so much of the supply out there already. So if you're a GPU miner and you have a bunch of Caspa, congrats. Not financial advice, but just hang on to it. Let's see where Caspa takes us. Ride the wave. But they consistently have been pushing forward, making strides in a positive direction. This article is featured on the Beginner's Block, block.blog. And, you know, earlier this week, you know, there was the announcement of 10 blocks per second. And, you know, that's a tremendous move, right? They're constantly moving in a direction that I would hope this project would, constantly growing into newer markets, you know, onboarding with new exchanges, moving forward with security, decentralization, and scalability. And that's all the great terms and all the great things that I want. Obviously, block DAG or ghost DAG. So various aspects of Casper are looking really good. But let me read a couple things here. So on the 26th, right, the long-awaited milestone was confirmed of 10 gigabits. Dang it, I keep saying it. Blocks per second, marking a significant leap forward in the platform's capabilities and setting the stage for future advancements. Testnet 11, the network chosen to launch the first public 10 blocks per second Casper experiment, has now become the staging zone for a multitude of innovative experiments. This allows Casper and the community to participate and stress test various approaches and ideas on a global scale, enabling the platform to refine its functionality and scalability. And again, it's a pretty decent milestone. Everybody's pretty proud of it. I know the devs and the people, managing this project are proud of it. They had an AMA. They usually do either a Twitter Spaces or a Discord. So if you're interested in that, make sure you give these guys a follow. And the devs of Caspa, not just Caspa itself, but the devs of Caspa itself, a follow. Now, all articles that I'm going to go over, or most of them I'm going to go over, are going to be linked down in the description. I do want to play this for us later on in the stream, but Fidelity joins the push for spot Bitcoin ETF, and Coinbase responds to SEC lawsuit. This ETF's news is really what kind of spurred on this little straight up movement that we had ever since the 15th of June. And it's a positive, right? It's a positive, but it's a negative. It's got a catch-22 to it. We talked about it in the last Caffeine and Crypto. If you're not familiar with the channel, please know that we do perform these live streams at least every Saturday at 11 a.m. or try to. I'm usually pretty good and consistent about it. Some days I just want to take a rest and relax with my family. Matter of fact, I got to hurry up and get this stream done because me and my wife got to go out and hunt for a vehicle. So just want to get this news to you. Hope you have yourself a wonderful day and a great July 4th. Make sure you guys keep up with me on all socials, so that way, if there's any information I can provide to you, I would do my best. But this is Fidelity jumping in, along with BlackRock. We're going to see a number of ETFs come in. It's going to open the door for that old money to get into the space. And I know some old money is already in, but it's mostly new money, in my opinion. All the old money that really wants the regulatory clarity and to invest in Bitcoin or crypto assets without really investing in them would like these ETFs that are coming out there, whether it's Fidelity or BlackRock. So that's a positive. We'll listen to that in a little bit here. That was on June 29th. Today is July 1st, so that was 2 days ago. Unfortunately, June has not been kind to Binance. We've seen, obviously, the SEC take action against Binance, against Coinbase, a number of filings, number of concerns, criticisms, stuff like that. And Binance is still under fire. We're going to go over this article here in just a second. I'm going to say hello once again to all the members of the channel. Thank you for being a member for freaking... You gifted 5 memberships? Retro Mike, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I really do. Alexander, hope you're having a great day. Bacon, Eggs, and Hash. Dan Ruggs, Turtle Tech. I think I saw you earlier, Z-Pirate. Yeah, you did. Z-Pirate. Excuse me. DJ Mines, good morning to you. Throwing the 22s. Automatic Beats. Thank you guys for hanging out with us in the live stream. Sit back, relax. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please @ or send me a super chat. Otherwise, if I could get this tickle out of my throat, we'll continue on with the news. So let's see here. Binance debanking into Australia. Bitcoin miners preparing for the next halvening. Which, by the way, I will have a video coming out soon. We have a Litecoin happening as well, which is going to impact script miners. So those of you running script ASICs, maybe a Doge mini miner, Doge 2 miner, whatever it might be, we might have our profits impacted. But will Litecoin succeed? Well, stay tuned. We'll do a video on that later, and I'll be interested to hear your comments on that video. But June was tough for Binance as it faces stress tests worldwide after the United States or the SEC filed a lawsuit against the crypto exchange and its leadership. In a nutshell, over the past 30 days, the Belgian financial regulator ordered Binance to cease all crypto operations in Belgium. And we talked about that in the last video. The exchange failed to obtain a license in the Netherlands. And then Binance Brazil head has been subpoenaed to court before Congress concerning a Ponzi scheme investigation. So, Binance is a global entity, but it seems they're getting hit on all sides here, unfortunately. And then there's another ongoing investigation into France became public. So France, Belgium, Netherlands, Brazil, and there's more still coming as you'll see here in the next few articles. But Binance, United Kingdom-based subsidiary, canceled its registration with the Financial Conduct Authority, or FCA, and in the U.S. The exchange still has a long road ahead in its struggle with regulators. Moreover, the exchange was denied a crypto custody license in Germany and lost its Euro banking partner. So Australia, Euro, I'm telling you, I think they'll be fine. I want to know what you think in the live chat right now, guys. Do you think Binance will be fine concerning all the various outlets or entities or countries that they're having either conflict or not getting the way? The exchange next big focus is the United Arab Emirates, or UAE. I said that all kinds of wrong, and I'm very sorry for any of my family that live out there. My apologies. An alleged prime destination for crypto business seeking a clear path forward. And the UAE, Dubai specifically, has been kind of kicking it pretty good as far as crypto companies, blockchain tech, stuff like that, wanting to welcome people in with open arms, give them the resources they need, and build up that city to kind of be like a crypto Silicon Valley. They're not the only ones, though. There are a few people that, or a few states, cities, places that are kind of opening their arms to the various cryptocurrency companies and blockchain tech, but Binance is definitely having a hard time. But Binance Australia got 12 hours notice before it was debanked, says the exec. So I think one of the executives for the Binance in Australia was on record saying, like, they didn't have much time whatsoever. The move impacted around 1 million Australian-based customers, with Binance now seeking an alternative payment provider. So they're really having to shift, dance, adjust, do whatever they need to keep afloat. And I think the hits are going to keep on coming for Binance. But I do personally think they'll be okay. However, it depends on what comes out in these different investigations throughout the world. What kind of dirtiness they were doing. Was the Brazil situation a Ponzi scheme? Did the SEC find some evidence that they knew they were doing wrong and still committed to do wrong? Like, when that stuff comes to light, we'll see what actually happens. But as of right now, Binance is still the number one exchange out there, unfortunately. Not unfortunately. I think CZ is trying to do their best. But, when you're an international company, you can't see every single nuance or every single aspect of your international entity or your corporation. Coinbase is number 2, Kraken number 3, KuCoin I think is making some moves as well. There was some news provided to us by KDub, Crypto Zombie, and a number of others. Altcoin Daily, I miss Altcoin Daily, but no, it is Altcoin Daily. Yeah, right. Who was the other guy? Crypto Daily. He was really funny. I don't know what happened to him, but yeah, Binance still number 1. We got Riot platform to add 33,000 Bitcoin miners. So we got Bitcoin operations still expanding. Some Bitcoin operations faltering, but others still growing. Obviously, the market has kicked up, so that's going to raise the prices on some of these machines, which suck because I really need one more ASIC for a future project that's way out in the future. We're talking Q3, Q4, because I do not have the capability of doing it just yet. Not to mention there's going to need to be some construction, some new electrical wiring ran, some holes cut, some plumbing made. It's going to be a pain, but I will work on that plan in the future. But I do need one more Bitcoin ASIC, so we'll see how things go. It looks like here that Riot will boost its firm's self-mining capacity to 7.6 exahash per second to 20.1 exahash once the machines are installed in the first quarter of 2024. So next year, Q1. Among the machines, there's 8320 or 8,320 or the M56S Plus, which I was looking at the M50, by the way. But we'll see. I'm still comparing and contrasting. With the hash rate of 220 terahash per second, while the remaining 24,960 would be the M56S Plus, which is significantly more powerful at 230 terahash. And we're going to see, hopefully, an improvement or a jump as we continue to reduce our size, TSMC, 4 nanometer, so on. We should hopefully see a jump in efficiency, right? So we don't need as much power to hit these higher hash rates. But we've been stuck at this 200 terahash unless you're running hydro, 200 or below, unless you're running hydro or significant cooling on these machines. So it'll be nice to see that jump up. We'll see how things go. But Binance still under fire. As we talked about in the previous article, Binance crypto custody license application denied by the German regulator. Hit on all fronts. Finance Forward reported on June 26 that Binance have withdrawn its application for regulatory approval in Austria. The company has also given up is a registration with Cyprus securities regulators and decided to quit the Netherlands after a failed attempt to register. It has also been ordered to halt operations in Belgium, just as it faces allegations from the SEC in the United States. The company said it's streamlining its European strategy in preparation for the EU's new crypto regulation, or MiCA, which will allow crypto firms to operate throughout a single market by winning regulatory approval in one of those markets. So one of those markets in the EU. But again, the EU banking partner to halt support for crypto exchange in September. We just talked about it as well, but let's go a little bit deeper. Binance Euro banking partner, PaySafe Payment Solutions, which is the name, will stop supporting the crypto exchange after September 25th. So we got some time. We got June, July. Thank you for the $5. Maserati fun. Thank you for the $5, Retro Mike. Really appreciate you guys. Yeah, Maserati. That's funny. But do me a favor, hit the like button, and I will. Okay, I'm not sure what's going on there, but whatever. Binance will be changing the provider of their euro deposits and withdrawals via bank transfer or SEPA. Is it SEPA or SEPA? SEPA? SEPA. Our current partner, PaySafe, will no longer be providing these services to Binance users from the 25th of September 2023. At the time, our users will need to update the banking details used to deposit their Binance accounts and may be required to accept new terms and conditions to continue using SEPA services after that date. Obviously, here's the notifications, fellow Binanceans. Wow, I didn't even know that was a term. But following a strategic review, we have taken the decision to cease offering our embedded wallet solution to Binance across the region. PaySafe said in the email, we are already in the process of withdrawing the service in the UK. The development comes as Binance, the world's first largest cryptocurrency, has faced backlash against financial regulators in Europe and US. So I wonder if the SEC's actions caused PaySafe to take a step back. Maybe they're doing something. Maybe Binance did do something illicit or illegal. PaySafe knows it, and to kind of clean their hands ahead of time, they're trying to step back away from the situation. Not saying they did anything wrong, and I'm not trying to incite any allegations or anything like that, or slander the company. I'm just saying, like, usually when you know somebody's dirty, you want to distance yourself as much as possible if they are dirty, so that way you're not caught into the crossfires. And not saying that CZ or Binance are. I'm just saying the allegations run deep in the various crypto communities out there, and that's their words, not mine. But I still think it's positive news in the future, not just focusing on Binance, but just overall in the crypto market. Big news: crypto now braced for a huge $27 trillion earthquake after Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, XRP, Cardano, Dogecoin, Solana, Litecoin price pump. Okay, that was a lot of coins. Okay, whatever. Anyways, we know about Bitcoin hitting the 30K arena. We know that some of the other coins are starting to pump. They're nowhere near what they used to be, okay? They're nowhere near what they used to be. But people are taking this as a positive indicator, especially now that the world's largest asset manager, BlackRock, which, has $10 trillion on behalf of its clients, has triggered a flood of U.S. spot Bitcoin ETFs applications that combine a boast of $27 trillion in assets under management. So that's a lot of money on the sidelines that hopefully we'll be able to see what's going on. What's going on with Madden? I missed it. Anyways, yeah, that's a pretty penny. So if that comes into the crypto market, we should see some pretty good stuff. We'll have to wait and see. All right, blowing through these articles, guys. Blowing through these articles. Remember, if you got any questions, send me a super chat or at me in the live chat. Kraken ordered to turn over its users' information to the IRS. If you are a Kraken user, there's already KYC going on. But the IRS is going to go full ham on any exchange trying to operate in the U.S., and you should be reporting your taxes. There are a number of tools available to you, some of which I have linked in my description, like cointracker.info. You also have Coinly, but check out cointracker.info, and hopefully I can get them on board with a future giveaway, because I do plan to do a future giveaway. I just got to get things together for you guys. I really want to line up a decent giveaway, not just give away some Bitcoin, even though I know you guys like that, because that's what I did the past 2 giveaways. I want to do something special for you guys, because I think once we breach 25K, I think I hit a significant milestone, at least in my head, at least an achievement for me. And I really like this community, and I hope that I can continue to serve you and serve you with all my dignity, honor, and more. But yeah, Kraken ordered to turn over its users' information. I don't really see this as a crappy situation. I'm going to report it anyways. I'm monitoring. I'm using, like I showed you in videos in the past, if you're not familiar, where I use TurboTax to literally connect to various like things like Coinbase or CoinTracker, or Coinly or Cash App or Robinhood or E-Trade, whatever. You can connect. It's built in, pulls your data, shows your transactions. You just got to go in there and update, especially when it comes to crypto mining. You just got to make sure that it's marked correctly, because they like to count every transaction as, like a cap. Obviously there's tax loss harvesting, there's capital gains, there's a number of things. I'm not a tax professional, so I don't want to give you tips or anything like that. But the beautiful thing is I could import everything in and then go from there, just making sure I report and mark everything accordingly. I could tell the difference between what I make mining versus what I make if I were to dollar cost average or make a buy or whatever it might be, because those mining transactions are usually very minute, or they come from a specific entity, wallet, or address that I have marked in my address book. So I know what's what, and I can easily advise the IRS or the government on what transaction is what, so they're not getting confused. Because if you don't report it correctly, paying back taxes is SOB. Having to pay back taxes for years of mining revenue that you didn't report could suck even more. So just be wary of that. The next thing I don't really like, but I want to get your thoughts. Maybe we might do a poll. So I wasn't as impacted by Celcius as some others have. I know a couple people that lost thousands of dollars, unfortunately. But Celcius Network approved to convert altcoins into Bitcoin ETH. Now, here's my theory, and I already told my wife, who is with me today, as we got to go hunting for the car, is I believe Celcius is trying to move these altcoins, right? These altcoins that you own, that you don't have access to because it's in the middle of a bankruptcy filing. They want to move to Bitcoin and ETH. Why? Well, if we recall back when NiceHash had their hack, right? Obviously, leadership was changed out. There was a couple people pushed out, maybe a couple people brought in to kind of optimize and do things. They had a partnership with Coinbase, and the goal was to pay back everybody over time. And with that partnership with Coinbase, which, by the way, you notice a while ago, NiceHash and Coinbase are no longer linkable. You have to send it direct, because it was free to withdraw your NiceHash Bitcoin funds to your Coinbase wallet. There was no fee. Now you got to send it. There's other ways you can withdraw or deposit as well, but I'm just saying, like, now that that's been all paid off, NiceHash has stopped. But the point is that NiceHash worked with Coinbase or partnered with Coinbase to pay everybody back. And if I move all these altcoins, right, let's say lesser coins, whatever they might be, into Bitcoin and ETH, and I draw this out, I draw this bankruptcy filing out, I draw out the time in which I need to pay everybody back out, then hopefully by that time, Bitcoin and ETH will have reached new highs, broken all-time highs, reached its its previous all-time high at least. Then they can start paying things back, because obviously the valuation of Bitcoin and ETH right now, if they were to convert everything, all their altcoins into Bitcoin and ETH now, but then they don't officially start paying people back until 2030, 2032, then Bitcoin and ETH should be at a higher valuation, allowing them to have more money. So they're trying to make money off of paying us back, is my opinion. And I find that kind of sleazy, but it's whatever. We've seen it done before. I personally would like my Matic and some of my, like, Chainlink, what was it, Matic, USDC, some Bitcoin, and Celcius. It wasn't a lot, but I would personally like that back. Like, can you imagine if I got my Matic back right now with its current price evaluation? you know, and it blows up by the time they pay me back, and I would get all 1,000 back. I would really like that, because 1,000 Matic right now converted into Bitcoin isn't a lot. Okay, it isn't a lot. So I think if you had some lesser coins on there that are low now, but then they blow up later, and then Celcius wants to give you your money then, that you're going to wind up making less because they convert it into Bitcoin than if you were to keep on hanging on to that altcoin, unfortunately. But we'll see. We'll see how things turn out. The order was issued by Judge Martin Glean, and the liquidations will pave the way for distribution of funds to creditors in the near future. And again, they're going to be focusing on the big guys first, not the little guys, not the individuals, the retail investors who use the earn program, because once you signed up for that and you agreed to the policy, you basically waive your rights to your own funds. But you wanted to earn that interest, so you signed up anyways, and it was just a big Ponzi scheme. CoffeeZilla did a really great job breaking it down for you if you haven't watched it. But it's just how the world goes. I haven't personally been through a bankruptcy, but I've been with a company that had a bankruptcy, and they'll have to pay the bank, the organization, the utilities, all the major guys first, all the major investors first, before they even get to you. And by the time they get to you, they're gonna be like, oh, I'm sorry, my pockets are empty, I don't have anything. And it's like, whatever. So I basically wrote it off. Don't give a damn. But I think Celcius is going to try to circumvent or try to make, I don't know. We even got FTX trying to get back into the fold and reinvent itself and try to come back from the depths. It's just really weird world. Why can't we just have good people anymore? I don't know. But Celcius, which is faced with bankruptcy in 2022, following the collapse of Terra ecosystem and its Terra Luna or Terra USD tokens, has left creditors waiting for a resolution despite the bankruptcy filing months ago. The recent verdict has introduced new possibilities and extended the proceedings. Amid the recent SEC crackdown on altcoins, which regulator has classified as securities, many crypto companies are deciding to convert altcoins into Bitcoin and ETH, which is probably why, besides just the ETF announcements, is you're seeing everybody buy into Bitcoin and Ethereum. I would too. I understand why they would do that. If you're going to count this coin as a freaking security, I'm out. I'm going to get into a coin that you didn't say was a security, and start dollar cost averaging or getting more exposure to that asset. So we'll see that, then that's probably why Bitcoin ETFs are popping up. Oh, it's not a security? Sweet. It would never was a security. ETH would never was a security. Many people said it before, and then they turn around and can't say it now, but we'll see how things go. But yeah, what do you think of Celcius? Another snake in the grass, Voyager Digital and FTX. Bunch of snakes in the grass, giving crypto and blockchain a bad name. So it looks like they can start converting altcoins to Bitcoin and ETH starting July 1st, following SEC talks. So that is today. So it looks like they started today. Looks like the company has been in regular dialogue with the SEC and certain state regulator agencies regarding proposed distribution of cryptocurrency under the plan to ensure that all such distributions are in full compliance with applicable federal and state laws and regulation. Yeah, because you don't have any money. The money that you have that you need to pay everybody back, you don't want to make sure you wind up getting hit with your fine when you pay everybody back. So, of course, you're going to be sucking up to them. Shut up. And this is probably why they're working so hard. SEC reserves the right to challenge Celcius transactions involving crypto assets. In a new court document, Celcius was given the green light to sell or convert some of the crypto holdings on July 1st. The debtors of the bankruptcy crypto company may sell or convert non-Bitcoin, non-ETH cryptocurrency or crypto tokens and other crypto assets other than such tokens that are associated with withhold or custody accounts to BTC and ETH starting July 1st. According to the on-chain data from Arkham Intelligence, Celcius has little over 600 million in crypto. Its two largest holdings are Bitcoin and ETH, and nearly 300 million and 117 million respectively. So they got 300 million in Bitcoin and 117 in ETH. It's unclear, however, how much crypto will be converted into ETH or BTC or sold following Fahrenheit's consortium's winning bid back in May, as Blockworks previously reported Fahrenheit to take control of the 405 million to 500 million worth of liquid crypto as part of the deal. Where's Matic in this? There's only 2.4 million Matic. Yeah, I'm not even a drop, dude. I'm like a plankton in a giant ocean. So most of it's Bitcoin, Ethereum. Of course it's Cell. Of course. Of course. Of course. Again, if you're a crypto company and let's just say more than 40%. If you have 40% of your financial value or reserves is your own token, you're fucking up. Let's just be real. Because if your own token goes to shit and you have to liquidate other assets to cover your shit, you're going to tank your shit. So stop doing shit. Sorry, that's a lot of cursing. I know YouTube. My bad. Anyways, any children around, my apologies. Tell your mom and dad I am sorry. Please forgive me. Anyways, we know about what the thing is doing. There's the money for everything. Okay, yada, yada, yada. Okay, I want to know about the SEC. Let's see here. So on June 26th filing, the SEC said it reserves the right to challenge transactions involving crypto assets. As we obtain additional information, we will consider regulatory implications and raise with the court and debtors as appropriate. Out of the abundance of caution, without admitting the status of any particular token as a security under the U.S. securities laws, the debtors intend to sell or convert tokens in compliance with applicable exemptions to the U.S. laws, including SEC Rule 144, for tokens held by debtors for more than 1 year. Interesting. Yeah, they're just trying to use the law, or they're trying to walk that fine line before they get in trouble or have any additional fines taken, hit them with. So Fidelity leads flurry of Bitcoin ETF refilings to answer SEC. That's where I'm going to switch over to the video we're going to play here in just a minute. But the SEC says spot Bitcoin ETF filings are inadequate. So a lot of people are uncertain if BlackRock or Fidelity or any other major company that's trying to push a Bitcoin ETF will succeed. I think it will. I think it may take some time, but I do think it will. Meanwhile, let's switch on over. What's up, Yeti? Thank you for stopping by. Let's switch on over to this video that I'm going to play for you. A couple things. If you haven't checked out the trailer, obviously there is the Octominer Box Set Giveaway that's going on. There's no cost to entry, but if you get the box set, it gives you additional entries as well. I will be attending Mining Disrupt. While I'm playing this video, I will add it to the description. Save $80 on a ticket. I would love to see you there. Also, what else is there? There's something else, but I can't remember off the top of my head. I'm forgetting things because I got a lot to get done. I got to get my laptop to USPS so I can ship it off to the person who wants it. I do need to sell my X570 motherboard. It looks like the 5900X is the problem child. Updated video coming in the future after the lightning strike. So there's a lot of updates coming, but thank you for bearing with me. And I'm sorry I'm not creating the hottest and latest topics. Also, that's what it was. I am working to help Yeti and Chump Change, specifically Yeti on their website, by auditing smart contracts and just providing the basic information. If you are wanting a smart contract reviewed, you can go to their website. Let's go to it real quick. So Y3, what is it, .uk? Yeah, Yeti.uk, but the number 3 is taking the place of the E. And you can see contract token audits right here. And you can submit a suggestion. My link is on there now, but I'm just doing this on my free time. So I would ask that you guys be patient with me as I work to get that information to you as soon as possible. And juggle the rest of my life. So those are my announcements. Mind Disrupt. Let me go get that link. I'll put it in the description in the live chat in just a moment. The Octominer Box Set Giveaway, which I showed you 2 videos about, as well as showed you in the trailer. And I've teamed up with Yeti and Chump Change. Thank you for the opportunity to work with you, Yeti. and chump change. Hopefully I can do the community proud, and that's all this channel is all about. So let's get into this, and I'm gonna turn on the desktop audio and let you guys watch this.
Today, Fidelity joins the rush to launch a spot Bitcoin ETF. Coinbase slams the SEC once again, claiming the agency has no authority over the tokens on its exchange. And Rich Rhines, a contributor at CoreDAO, breaks down the impact of institutional interest in crypto on the Bitcoin network. Welcome to CNBC's Crypto World. I'm Mackenzie Sigalos. The digital currency market is holding steady this morning, with Bitcoin trading at around $30,400 and Ether hovering at about $1,850. Meanwhile, Solana jumped by more than 8%. Okay, let's talk about the top stories. First up, Binance is losing a banking partner in Europe. PaySafe Payment Solutions, which handles customers' bank transfers in the region, said that it will wind down its partnership with the crypto exchange on September 25th. Now, Binance spokesperson told us that after that date, customers will have to update their banking details and accept new terms, but that for right now, services on Binance.com are not affected. At the same time, Germany's finance regulator reportedly denied Binance a crypto custody license. That's according to German news outlet Finance Forward. A Binance spokesperson told us that regulatory talks in Germany are an ongoing process, and the exchange will continue its work to meet the regulator's requirements. Next up, Coinbase just filed a response to the SEC's lawsuit claiming the exchange lists unregistered securities. In the statement, Coinbase sought the dismissal of the lawsuit, and it argued that the SEC has no authority over the assets trading on its secondary markets platform because they're not, quote, investment contracts and therefore not securities. The exchange also says the tokens on its platform don't meet the Howey test, the standard used to determine whether assets are securities, because the value of those tokens comes from trading them, not the issuers and businesses that made them. Coinbase also says issuers don't owe any obligations to investors on Coinbase's secondary markets. Last, Fidelity is joining the rush of companies trying to launch a spot Bitcoin ETF. The asset management giant just filed the proposal with the SEC on Thursday, and it comes about 2 weeks after BlackRock filed its own proposal for a spot Bitcoin fund. WisdomTree, VanEck, and Invesco followed suit and sent over their own proposals in the days after. The SEC has been skeptical of a spot Bitcoin ETF, including from Fidelity. It rejected a previous proposal from the investment firm, citing concerns of market manipulation. All right, on to our main story. We've seen a wave of institutions showing signs of confidence in crypto, with several financial giants filing for spot Bitcoin ETFs this month. Crypto World's Talia Kaplan spoke with Rich Rhines, a contributor at CoreDAO, a new Layer 1 blockchain powered by Bitcoin, to find out what the developments mean for the Bitcoin network.
In a sign that investors are...
Remember, I said it's a catch-22. There's a positive and a negative. Positive that these ETFs are coming, or these big financial giants are coming into the crypto space and allowing the old money or the people on the sidelines to gain that crypto exposure without, actually being a custodian of their own crypto is good. But then, there's concerns of, the power of the few over the many and yada, yada, yada. But it's an ETF, so it's not going to be actual Bitcoin owned by these individuals. But, it's just like the other ETFs out there, right? We don't own the gold, but we own the stock or share of the ETF that is tied to gold pricing or gold mining or whatever it might be. So it's a catch-22. There are concerns on both sides, but I think this will help out Bitcoin's price. We just need to get that regulatory clarity without the regulatory enforcement action first. And if there is any enforcement that needs to be taken, obviously, if you told us once, told us twice, and we're still doing wrong, then yeah, obviously enforce it. If we're still learning this thing together, then work with, the government works with whatever country works with the various crypto entities to make sure everything's above board.
growing bullish about the prospect of major institutional names getting involved in crypto, the price of Bitcoin jumped above $30,000 and even crossed the $31,000 level recently. Now, the move higher follows a series of applications from traditional financial firms, including BlackRock. Just 2 weeks ago, the world's largest asset manager filed for a spot Bitcoin ETF, which would track Bitcoin's underlying market price. That move opened the door for other financial institutions like WisdomTree and Invesco to follow. So what do you think these developments mean for the Bitcoin network in terms of adoption and security? Do you believe this is the catalyst to make Bitcoin become a mainstream global financial asset?
I think it certainly could be. I mean, the Bitcoin space in general has had, a meme for the last several years of the institutions are coming. And, we've been denied of that many times in the past, but seeing names like BlackRock and Fidelity get involved is certainly a bastion of hope, if you will, that this is actually the time where crypto will crack through and we'll get to that new source of legitimacy that the space has so desperately been chasing for so long. There's been several different components of it this year. So one is the retail side, and there's been a lot of retail excitement in the Bitcoin space since the beginning of the year. We've seen new use cases like NFTs and also DeFi applications, again, for the first time kind of showing up on Bitcoin, which is particularly exciting. But then also on the institutional side, there's so much uncertainty in the macro right now that it's not a surprise that investors are looking for things with stable, predictable monetary policy like Bitcoin. So I do think we could be on the precipice of the real mainstream adoption the space has been looking for.
What do you think this sign of confidence in crypto from Wall Street means for the price of Bitcoin? Do you think this positive momentum will continue? What's your outlook for the price of the cryptocurrency?
Price in crypto is always a very difficult question. I think there's a lot of catalysts here that are very positive, but there's also, so many unknown unknowns right now when it comes to whether or not this will get approved, on what timeline, et cetera. So there's a lot of unknowns, trying to project out, but I do think it is exciting, and this could be the catalyst for, the real mainstream adoption and the Bitcoin run that people have been looking for a long time.
Taking a step back for a minute, you're a contributor at CoreDAO, a new blockchain powered by Bitcoin. What is the goal of this decentralized autonomous organization, and can it help with Bitcoin scalability at all?
That's a great question. So CoreDAO is trying to promote Bitcoin-powered blockchains like itself and others, based on Satoshi plus consensus. And the idea is that there's essentially hundreds of billions in latent assets.
For the record, she knew nothing about what she was saying. She just read from a script. That was a scripted question that he knew was coming, or maybe his team presented. She has no idea what she was asking about. And I'm pretty sure she's not going to know what he just said or what he's about to answer with. Not being mean to the lady. I'm sorry, ma'am. That was a scripted question, and obviously I hope you know more about what you just asked.
That's in Bitcoin today that are underutilized. Digital gold is, of course, an amazing use case and has brought Bitcoin, where it is into the mainstream spotlight for the last 15 years or so. But there's so much more that can be done with these assets, whether it's layers on top of Bitcoin like Stacks or CoreDAO itself. It's all about giving additional utility to these assets. And overall, that's what crypto is trying to achieve. And it's certainly going to be exciting to watch that develop. In terms of the DAO, a decentralized autonomous organization, is a new type of structure that doesn't, have the traditional formation of a company. But the idea is that together you can help, use community governance to promulgate, positive change.
I understand there's a component that tries to leverage qualities of proof of stake with proof of work. Is that accurate?
That is correct.
And how does that work?
Yeah, so in the crypto space, there's been in launching an L1 block in these bear markets, and we'll continue to build amazing products and amazing companies.
All right, that just turned into a pitch. All I really cared about was the Bitcoin ETF and Fidelity pushing in and Coinbase's response to the SEC. I don't know why that turned into a pitch for their company. Of course, this individual wants, Bitcoin to succeed because CoreDAO is relying on that and relying on Bitcoin. So anyways, moving on. I don't know why that turned into a pitch. But is the SEC going to mess this up? Probably. Will they say no to BlackRock? I doubt it. It might take a minute, but I doubt it. But yeah, we'll see how things turn out. It could be a positive, like I said, for that amount of money to come into the crypto space, and start pushing us up. Obviously, once we break 40K, you're gonna see new people who start getting into the space out of fear of missing out, or FOMO. But long term is the game I'm playing. I don't know how long I'm going to live, but I'm trying to set me and my family up for success in the future. As I've said many a times, and not relying on the government to pay me my dues towards the end of my life or retirement. I can't even retire anyways, because the amount of money I'll be making while retired, even at that age, is crap. So that's why I'm trying to do everything I can to build up. And I'm not sure how old you are, or individually, but I'm hoping everybody would do okay and be happy and be prosperous and live the life that they want to live. I'm still working and pushing hard to do so, and along the way I'm going to share all the bits of information I can. But crypto mass adoption is coming, but how fast? Let's do a poll here as we wrap up the last 15 minutes. Take care, Yeti. The last 15 minutes of the stream. What do you think about crypto adoption? Let's see here. Crypto adoption coming sooner or later? And those are your only two options, sooner or later. Or never. How about that? Let's go for my bears out there. So cryptocurrencies must reach mass adoption to unlock their maximum potential as a network technology and their value as financial assets. As with other technologies, the adoption of crypto follows a classic bell curve, starting from a small number of inventors or innovators, and it grows as early adopters embrace it, moving it to mass adoption, and expands to early and late majority. Finally, it reaches those lagging behind the final phase. Since the launch 14 years ago, Bitcoin adoption has drastically increased. The cryptocurrency has gone from being a fringe technology discussed by a small group of cyberpunks and nerds, LAN parties, to being known worldwide, with some nation states even adopting it as legal tender. El Salvador. According to most estimates, though, crypto's global adoption rate is still in the single digits, which means it still remains an early majority in the phase of global adoption. To grow further and reach the true mass adoption, the crypto must overcome the chasm, the gap separating the early adopters from the early majority. To do so, certain catalysts must be required. What are those catalysts, and how far is crypto from reaching that mass adoption? To find out, don't miss blah 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 marketing campaign for Cointelegraph on YouTube. This little video that they got going on here. Let's actually go back to that chart. So you can see here, innovators, early adopters, early majority, late majority, laggards, and the percentages of a innovation adoptive lifestyle. So when the internet bubble happened, there was a few people that believed that was going to take off or be something good, right? There's always been newspapers, word of mouth, stuff like that. So when the internet came out and disrupted the industry across multiple world economic powers, it definitely made some companies grow, but it also made a lot of small companies pop off and then go into nothing or die, unfortunately. This is going to be the same thing, right? We have so many various cryptocurrencies. We talked about this so many times before. There's no need for over 26,000 cryptocurrencies, and that's just on CoinMarketCap. That doesn't include the various fringe cryptocurrencies that are out there only existing on forums or threads or whatever that aren't listed on CoinMarketCap. And I'm pretty sure we're near to 30,000s, to be honest, maybe at least a 28,000 range. But we don't need all those. So hopefully what I would call the crypto cleansing will remove some of those assets that don't bring us any tangible benefits or proof, and we'll see how things will turn out. Now, this is an interesting graph here. It says technology adoption curves. Adoption rate from 0 to 100. The bottom bar is years since initial adoption. It's got the automobile, landline, tablet, cellular, radio, electric power, smartphone, internet, social media, so on and so forth, represented by solid lines or dotted lines. And you can see just how it turns out. Takes a little bit, right? Years since initial adoption. So we're at 14, so we're out right here. So we should be around, let's say, anywhere between 50 to 70%. I don't think that's accurate. Hang on. 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, so 30 to 40% would be more accurate in my opinion, as far as adoption of crypto assets, Bitcoin, stuff like that. But more importantly, not everybody's using Bitcoin to barter, trade. They're not selling their Bitcoin. A lot of people, if you look at some of the chain analysis, the addresses that hold at least close to 1 Bitcoin or more, most of them have been holding, and not really moving those funds. So there's a lot of people that didn't sell at the all-time high of almost 70K, and I'm pretty sure they won't sell unless that price breaches that 70K mark. So that Bitcoin is going to lay stationary. And we can see that because Bitcoin is no longer the crypto of choice for illicit crypto activities. It was used a lot during Silk Road days or various illicit activities as a means of payment or offering, payment for services, and people aren't using it anymore. So there's fewer criminals that are using Bitcoin as the primary payment for their activities, and bad actors opting to go back to fiat channels or choosing other cryptocurrencies, other maybe privacy tokens, and not just privacy tokens, right? Because I don't want to put a target on these privacy tokens just because people aren't using Bitcoin to barter for illicit activities. TRM Labs said instead a new multi-chain era has led to a qualitative leap away from Bitcoin as a primary means of moving criminals' proceeds. The firm also highlighted that cash and other forms of fiat-related finance remain the default means of criminal money. The firm reported that around $2 billion in crypto was stolen through attacks on cross-chain bridges in 2022, but very little of that was actually Bitcoin. The multi-chain era had a sweeping impact on the distribution of illicit crypto volume as a whole, and noted adding the Bitcoin share of illicit transactions plummeted from 97% in 2016 to just 19% in 2022. So our boys went legit, guys. Bitcoin's gone legit. It's no longer the asset used by these guys. Now, they said here in this article that $2 billion in crypto was stolen in attacks across the chains in 2022. Just in the first half of 2023, 656 million lost from crypto hacks, scams, and rug pulls. And we've been seeing a lot of those, and I've been warning about a lot of those. I've advised you to follow Zach XBT, keep an eye on things. Don't just connect your wallet because you see this community process or link to a whatever airdrop or whatever it might be. It's oftentimes, Discords are getting hacked and then being manipulated. Twitter accounts are getting hacked and then promoting whatever shill project they want. It's just quite unfortunate. So you got to be very vigilant and keep your head on a swivel and be careful as the attacks grow. And this, unfortunately, is just giving us a bad name or giving crypto a bad name. Because if you were a person that put your life savings into crypto and had it stolen because of your negligence, and regardless if it was their negligence or not, they'll have a bad taste in their mouth and they may never come back to crypto ever again. It's just unfortunate. So we do our best to educate these people and try to get them to be their own custodian, to manage their own funds, to store it on a cold wallet or a hardware wallet or whatever. But really, everybody just wants convenience. They want to be able to use their phone, pay for whatever, do whatever, travel whatever, and that's great, and that does work. But if you're going to hold large portions of the funds, you need to be careful. But that's pretty much going to do it for today's show, guys. Thanks so much for stopping by. We have Red Panda Mining coming on next here shortly. I don't know if they're ready or not, but I have it set to where you guys are just going to head on over there at 12 o'clock because me and the wife really need to get going. We got some things to do, and we got to go, like I said, I got to get this laptop shipped out We gotta go hunting for a car. Certain places close early, so I gotta get to moving. And I thank you for all your support and help. I know I'm not a big fish in the sea, but I really do admire the respect and courtesy that you guys give me, a smaller channel, and I really appreciate you. I hope that the crypto community continue to grow together and be one with one another, working together to achieve a goal. There's plenty of room for everybody in this space. We don't need to turn on each other and backstab each other. Just keep the faith, keep dollar cost averaging, not financial advice. Understand your convictions and get in the assets that you believe in long term. Because I do believe at least blockchain and crypto is here to stay, period. And we'll see how things turn out in the future. We really will. But do I have any last minute questions? What's up, Trillion Capital Toronto Corporation, or TCT? TC? I appreciate your tweets, by the way. Always keeping us vigilant on the news. If you're into Caspa, Crypto Silver is a good content creator. Sterling as well. A couple other Caspa content creators out there that I do monitor. I can't watch everybody's video. There's so many of you guys out there. I'm sorry that I can't keep up with every single one of you, but I'm glad to see the growth in this community over the years that I've been in this industry. And I plan on staying here. I like tech and I like crypto, and I'm going to continue to do both. So thank you for bearing with me, even if my channel doesn't bring you the latest and greatest news that pops up. But that is this week. So just to round up, Caspa making good strides. They achieved what they wanted to with the 10 blocks per second on their testnet. Fidelity is joining the push for a spot Bitcoin ETF. Binance continuing to struggle or have a hard time with regulators as various countries and entities either stop dealing with them or stop backing them or providing funds. So they really got a long road ahead, but they're still number one as far as the top crypto exchange out there. We still got a lot of old money and possibly some new money sitting out there waiting to get in once that regulatory clarity has come in. Kraken is going to be ordered by the IRS to provide user information, so make sure you're reporting your taxes correctly as best you can. To consult a tax professional or a CPA. Celcius is trying to convert their various altcoins into Bitcoin or Ethereum, obviously because the SEC has advised that certain assets are security while Bitcoin and ETH were left out. But also because I believe if they're going to draw this thing out, they're going to have more money to pay everybody back as they draw this thing out and as Bitcoin continues to grow. Because I still believe there should be a bull run or a bull market in 2024. I do believe that. My projections had me set for 2024, 2025, but I think 2024 is the year for us as we move into, on the U.S., a new presidential election, as well as we move forward with some, hopefully, more regulatory clarity, some groundwork, some ground rules in the crypto industry. Be careful of hacks and scams out there, and I thank you so much. I really do. So, don't forget to check out the link in the description as well as in the live chat for Mind Disrupt. As I said, I would love to see you guys. Make sure you, if you do see me, obviously if I'm recording, please be patient. Catch me after we're done recording. But come say hi. Come say hi. Let's hang out. I hope to see many of you there. Otherwise, if I don't see you, I am trying to make it to other events, but it's only events that are going to work with me and help me. Like, I can't spend hundreds of dollars on a ticket on all of these events because there's so many events in a year. And my channel is nowhere near where I'm making the revenue I need in order to cover for hardware, cost of travel, tickets, this, that, and the other. But I do appreciate when the community comes together to try to help me out. And the best thing you can do for me, if you can't send a super chat, become a member or click any of the links in the description because you yourself are trying to take care of bills and focus on your finances. The best thing you can do is share the video, like the video, and retweet or like and retweet any of the social media posts or whatever it might be, okay? So thank you so much. I'm going to leave you guys with some sponsor spots as I get out of here and we lead into Red Panda's live stream. And do me a favor on the way out. Hit the like button. Make sure to get subscribed, hit the notification bell to stay up to date, as well as check out some of the links in the description to help support the channel and what we do here. And you just have yourself a wonderful day. Take care. I'll catch you next one.
The MeterBox and Octominer are teaming up for another exciting giveaway. Win the latest proof of useful work, Octoserver E10, and X8 Ultra Plus and more. Introducing the limited edition Octominer Box Set by MeterBox. It includes the 125-volt and 250-volt meter boxes, a special NFT, stickers, and a keychain. Hurry, only 250 box sets available. Visit themeterbox.com now to secure yours today. Purchase the Octominer Box Set and unlock a secret code for 1,000 entries. Plus, earn an extra 1,000 entries and receive that collectible NFT. Don't miss out. The contest ends July 30th.